Hello there, Gemini. How are you? Thanks for joining me here for your Taurus season or May readings. I hope you're all doing well out there. I want to wish you the best in bliss, joy, abundance, peace, and happiness along your journey. If you're feeling the vibe, do subscribe. Please reach out. Don't click the bell button though, because I do daily readings and I'll blow up your phone or your email every day if you hit the bell. So don't worry about that portion. But yeah, thank you for being here. And oh, we do have a card up here. And what do we've got? We've got a Five of Cups. Kind of cool to see that flip out of the deck. Why is it cool? It's cool because somebody could be being extraordinarily cold towards you. That's the feeling. Or you might be still feeling like the shiver of like an argument or a fight as the kind of like the feeling. It might be this like, ugh, I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to even look at this until maybe the situation or emotions have calmed down. It's usually like Five of Cups flipper. It's like, wow, somebody just needed a message just to relax on it for a little bit, allow it to play out. So yeah, these messages, these readings for you, Gemini, are going to be for you and your others. So it could be a relationship, wherever your focus is, right? Wherever your focus wants to be at, that's your end of the intuitive connection. So allow the words and the imagery to facilitate your thought processes as I ramble on, and then you will achieve at the answer to your query, right? Or to a little bit better direction. Okay, we are looking for Gemini. We are looking for, tarot's not quite ready. We're looking for Gemini. We're looking for the month of May, and we're looking at 2019. What? Yeah, those are the three like input into the computer, and we'll see what comes out. Right? Thank you, tarot. We appreciate that, and let's just get things going here. Yeah, we already did our well wishing. Thanks again for being here. Let's get started for you, Gemini. Nine of Swords. Ouch. We had that Five of Cups flipper earlier, and now we have a Nine of Swords. There may be some worry. There may be an inability to see the silver lining or the lighter side of things. It is hard when this card arrives because it lets me know that some of you may be aligning with energy that is just too easy to encapsulate you, too easy to have some sort of dominion over your thought forms. And you may also just be finding like the last little while has seemingly so out of control that you use thought to render it better or to make it a little bit less. But what you're actually doing is you might be exasperating your energies a little bit worse by allowing it to come in there. So a realignment is required, and this is going to come through grounding work. This has got to come through diet, exercise, seeing the lighter side of things, breathing in some good prana, some fresh air, and the nature can really be helpful for you. If you haven't quite come out of hibernation yet, if it's still chilly where you are, it's worth taking that polar dip or getting out there and just kind of like shredding off like any winter blues or any seasonal effectiveness that you might be have had through the last little bit. You can shake it off. And make sure you laugh. Laughter is one of those best things that roots the true spirit, the true benevolence right down in through your being to the core and into the earth. It's a great thing. It's a great tool that you can use when if like thoughts become overburdening or overbearing. Make sure to create yourself a funny safe place where you can just like think about whatever that fight might have been or whatever that thing, and just like in hindsight how silly and what kind of laughter. And you may be engaged with some entertainment on the humorous side will be very beneficial to you to help combat that 9. All right, we got another 9 up on the board. This one is in reverse, and this one is the Pentacles. So this one is like, for all my Gemini friends out there that it seemed like it's been so long since they met somebody meaningful. I don't want you to give up hope on this, and I don't want you to feel that loneliness means being alone. Right? You can find it within yourself, a level of sanctity, acceptance, and happiness in single living. And then when that portion, when that lesson of life, when that lesson of spirit is attained, that's when the single life may end. That's when the energies are aligned for you to complete this cycle of singularity to come into a relationship, if that's what you want. But the singularity wants you to recognize it for the safe haven and the mentor, the teacher that it is. And it doesn't mean complete isolation. This just means like if you're going it alone, if you haven't met somebody in a long period of time, it could be drawing on you, it could be waiting on you, and you're just like, I'm tired of it already. For others of you who've got a vice versa situation on this reversal, is like you might be trying to find a way to cut loose from a relationship. You might be wanting to like potentially like kick out a roommate, or tell a lover like it's just really not going anywhere, it's not there anymore, that kind of thing. So just make sure you're open in your communications. All right. Now we've got Queen of Swords. She's in reverse also. So somebody's not cutting to the chase. Somebody is not dealing with something here, not getting down to the nitty gritty. And if you're cross-watching for Gemini, this is because we always want to use tarot for the health of people. If you're noticing this in your Gemini friend, please be direct with them, but be very soft about it. Be very careful about it, because these cards that have come forward already are extremely sensitive. When we see all of this energy kind of up here together, this is very sensitive. The Queen is really focused here, and this is you, but it's almost like the feeling is like you almost know that you could be doing better, but something is preventing you or preempting you from doing that. And that could be whatever your focus is on. Your energies may not just be focused on the correct avenue, the correct person, or the correct usage of your time, right? The Nine of Pentacles also can signify that, you know, time is not being made the most of, right? So these are hard cards to see for you, Gemini. I do wish you the best in all things, but wow, you are dealing with some heavy mental stuff. You are dealing with some heavy material constructs and mental constructs of what challenges your, you know, to your very core of your sanctity, how good you feel, how you perceive things. Something could be very challenging to that. So it's like be very careful and grounded and rooted in your meditations. You don't want to go too far too fast almost. If you're going through an awakening, with a lot of people that hang out here in this little corner of YouTube with me, they're in the process of waking up. So, you know, if that encapsulates you too, don't run before you learn to crawl, or before you learn to walk, sort of thing, right? And when I was thinking of Gemini before we sat down, I got humor. I was like laughter, and joyous laughter. But when the tarot comes up, it's like, well, maybe Gemini is far from that, or maybe they're dealing with someone that is far from that, and they're bringing them down with them, right? Remember, these are general readings. All right, Ace of Pentacles up. Yeah, there's many of you that are searching for a new start, that are wanting a new start, but you're having to deal with something that is not easy for you to make that happen for yourself. This could be a dependent. This could be someone that is acting like a dependent that is not necessarily a dependent as well. This is kind of like you might be finding yourself blocked or stuck in situations where it's like you want to move forward, you want to go forward, but even in your deepest thoughts and even in your ultimate truth to yourself, you're having to discover, well, where do we go next on a much deeper level, right? You could be finding, Gemini, that you are clean, you're holding very tight to financial security and material things at this time as well. And it's not that that's a bad thing, you know, it's we got to survive. But it's just kind of like your view might be too, you know, one-sided on something as well. Now, so far, this card kind of lets me know that these cyclical patterns, this Queen here as well, but these cyclical patterns of Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles are coming to an end. And it's asking you to do a final release, a final let go, to take that like a deep dive of faith kind of thing into it. But it's like, I understand where you're coming from, Gemini, because you want to know where that landing is. What are the coordinates of the landing? What is it going to look like when I end up there, right? But remember, if it's occupying too much and it's preventing you from doing the letting go, it's like you need to find a way to say that you are strong enough and you will do well enough just in the energy in itself to do well no matter where you land, no matter how it turns out, right? Don't worry about places that you've been before because they're easier to navigate, right? Wow! Oh my, now we got another 9 on the board, triple nines, okay? This is the highest degree of manifest change now on the board for you this month. The Bob Dylan would be singing the times they are changing. So your hand might even be being forced in this situation. And you might even be saying, like, I'm going to make sacrifices in order to, but I don't want to make these dang sacrifices again. Why is it always me? Why does it always ask so much? When we just want to get into a simple shift of starting a new cycle, why does it demand so much? Why do I have to let go? Why do I have to do the inner work to find out where I'm going to land, or where is my confidence and my knowledge that I've relied on my own self-security before, I can do it again type thing, right? And the Nine of Wands is champion. He's a champion, right? But he's stuck. He's like Russell Crowe in Gladiator. He keeps kicking ass, but they keep having to throw him back in the ring. He doesn't have a choice to get out. At least he feels like he has to fight, or he doesn't have a choice to get out. So please be in remembrance, Gemini, that choices and humor again, the funniness of it all has to come out, right? Just like take a deep breath and just see the lighter side of it. Just see the bigger picture. You almost like when the trees bloom out and when spring takes root and takes hold, get into that expansion, especially for here in the etheric realm, right here, okay? Right? Starting anew, see it, communicate it, even to yourself, Gemini, and it's going to work out for you. All right, your format is a little bit different here. I just kind of went on a whim. But you're getting 3 of the big cards, so that's cool, Gemini. Here's that balance. Making sure it is not one-sided. Making sure it is not too much on mental material, and we're giving room to emotion and spirit, okay? The 9 of Wands that was up here wants you to give it attention to spirit. And this is the choice we just talked about. This card is a 2 of air, right? This is the choice of card. But you might be feeling that you have no choice, or you're picking the lesser of two bad things, right? So it's kind of like really, really let go and allow it to take you. The choice will come about, right? Any pre-engineering, pre-planning type thing you need to do. What does worry gain you? But, one less day of your life because you spent all day today worrying, and today's already yesterday and you just don't know it yet. So it's like we kind of need to come and make that choice for ourselves to get up there, to get out there, to do that, what do they call the polar swim? And she's here again. She's here again. This is a Queen of Air. This is a Queen of Swords. She's got a message for you. She is you, but the mastery, right? And I mean, we look at kings and queens, and it always gets caught up in the gender, but in reality, in the suits of it all, we're one step away from mastery, Gemini. We're really one step away from having the final pieces to the puzzle so that we may never have to sacrifice again. We may never have to look and worry about things of financial security ever again. They need not ever occupy your worry or your thinking ever again. You're not, if it's a thing about abundance in relationships, well, this is more financial for you, but if there is those security issues, just make sure that you have yourself at the end of the day. We're going home safe. We're going home happy, and that sort of thing. Because she can be quite narrowly focused, and she can be quick to act to cut things out of her life. And what I feel amidst the whole reading is the thing that needs to be cut out here is this worry and these thought forms that cause nothing but this, right? We need to change into that so that we bring that balance of spirit and emotion into our sort of very direct and plain and journey. Not to say that you're not that. I'm just saying that the energies this month are exemplifying, and they are showing themselves kind of through a magnifying glass, and that's why it comes out through tarot. All right, this is a good card to see here. This is a 3 of Earth. This is a creation card too. This card is the one that lets you know that if any kind of like passive income you can make through your hobbies, it's going to be conducive to allow you to do so, because it's also going to give you the headspace to get out of whatever's bothering you. Like the guy is straight up gardening. And gardening, it doesn't have to be gardening, but gardening is that example of that activity that takes you into the present now requires your focus and attention so that you can get involved in the beauty of it without allowing other thought forms of worry to come and creep in, okay? So, you know, keep on keeping on when it comes to your hobbies and taking care of those things. And I'll try not to worry for you, Gemini, as long as you don't get too worried about everything else. Okay? Love you lots. We'll see you next time.